Well, good Sunday morning, everybody. Cecil Pearson Jr. coming at you here live on YouTube. Title of this is Craziness. And that's just what I've been dealing with. Craziness for the last, 9-10 hours. Oh, Adrian, Shannon, Terry, Bud, Teresa, Kay, Chicken Dinner. I think I said Shannon, but I'll be sure. Julie, Logan the Dew, Conductor, oh, I'm just tired, Miss Teresa, that's all. Hey, will you go in there and get me one of them best looking biscuits?
You're one of the biscuits?
Yep. A little bit, Brother Bud, probably later on this afternoon. Right now, I'm just trying to get a lot of prayers going for Gail. I want to show y'all something. Look at here. Don't that pretty? Ooh-wee. Look here now. Look here now. Mm. 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 Hey, go, Gabby. No, but the reason I'm on here is Gail had a very bad sugar night last night. And I used up pretty much all of the supplies I have for that. I've got to go get more testing strips today. They $30 a bottle. And I got to get some more bottles of them glucose tablets and try to get something that she can eat where she'll be able to not have this happen again. Because I'm going to tell you, this one last night was rough. I mean, rough. It was a fight between me and the devil and having to call an ambulance. That's how bad she was. So I'm going to probably have to go. Yeah, it drops. They've run every test on her known to man, and they just tell her, well, you hypoglycemic, you just got to eat. She does that. But if she's real active during the day and then she don't eat enough at night, then she can't replace what she burned off during the daytime. So that's why I got up this morning, went in there and made some homemade lard biscuits and some sausage gravy and some scrambled eggs and fed her that this morning, trying to get her all carved up. And then I'm going to try to get her something for lunch to get her carved up too. And then do something. I don't know what I'm going to do for supper, but I got to do something where she'll get carved up for supper too. But I reckon I'm just going to have to overdraw the bank account to do this stuff because, yeah, I made them biscuits. I've been making biscuits since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. My granny taught me how to do that stuff. I was thinking about doing Salisbury steak and gravy and mashed potatoes. That should be enough carbs for her. We make our own Salisbury steak with ground beef and put some stuff in it, and it tastes just like the banquet, but it's really good though. Only they're about yay thick with the hamburger meat, you know. Yes, sir. White lily flour is what I use. White lily self-rising. Some lard and some buttermilk. If I ain't got buttermilk, I just use regular milk. Put them in a cast iron skillet. Stick them in the oven at 475 degrees for 8 to 10 minutes. You got biscuits. When you take them out, if you rub the top of them with butter while they're still steamy hot, just keep rubbing the top of them with the butter and keep rubbing it with the butter and rubbing it with the butter. It adds a buttery, salty flavor to it. Oh, man, my gosh. They'll make your tongue beat your brains out now. And I take sausage and put it in the pan and get it browned down, and then leave the grease in there. Sprinkle in some flour. Stir that flour and cook that flour with the sausage, and then add in some milk and stir it and get it all nice and thick. Add the salt, add the pepper, and you got your sausage gravy to go right on top of them biscuits. But y'all, I'm telling you, the devil, I tell you, Shannon, I don't know if you know this or not, but if you want to make buttermilk, you can also put sweet milk in like a measure cup and add you a few drops of lemon juice to it, and that'll make buttermilk But I don't like it that way. If I can't get the cultured buttermilk, I don't want it. I'm old-fashioned like my granny. I'll use sour milk to make biscuits with. But if I can't get the cultured buttermilk or sour milk, I ain't souring milk just to make biscuits. I ain't doing that. But y'all, I'm here to tell you the devil. God, he has been jumping left, right, and center. Oh, you and me both, Pamela. Just jumping left, right, and center. You know, she went almost 2 years and didn't have any problems with it. And now just it's 2 or 3 times a week now, it seems. My sour milk's good for making biscuits. Mm-hmm. Shake it up real good and mix that clabber in with the whey, and then pour it in there and make biscuits with it. Oh, yeah, man, I'll make some good biscuits. Shoo! Granny used to make so many biscuits during the summer when the milk would sour quick, you know, because she didn't have no ice box. And I'd milk the cows for her, and then she'd have a lot of sour milk, and she'd make a lot of biscuits. She'd store them biscuits up, and then she'd take and crush them biscuits and let them sit out and get dry, and she'd crush them biscuits up and make what she called bread pudding out of it. Mix it with some sweet milk and some vanilla and some sugar, and mix that together with them biscuits, have them crushed up biscuits, and then smash it out into a baking dish and stick it in the oven and bake it, and it makes a real fine biscuit pudding. Woo! My God, it's good. That'll make your tongue beat your brains out too. She'd do the same thing making up cornbread, but she'd save the cornbread for Easter, for uh, Thanksgiving, and for Christmas, because she made cornbread dressing out of it. Yeah, bud, it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we didn't waste much of nothing. I can still remember the smell of my granny's house. It always smelled like buttermilk biscuits, buttermilk cornbread, and hoe cakes. Always. Lord have mercy. Go by there and get one of them biscuits. Take your finger, job a hole down in it, grab a jar of honey, pour some honey down in it, take that biscuit right on across the field, going to pickbacker that afternoon, eating that biscuit, that honey biscuit. Oh, yeah. Granny had windmill cookies too. She sure did. And she had them great old big ones that said Dixie on it. They was round and shortbread cookies, said Dixie on it. Them was good. But folks, I'm here to tell you, I am so thankful that I know how to cook the old way, because it's a dying art. It really is. You look at somebody today and say, go in the kitchen and fix me some lacy cornbread. They look at you like, fix you what? On some lacy cornbread. Well, how do you make that? Self-rising cornmeal and water. Mix it up. You make some batter. A little thinner than pancake batter. Put it in a frying pan. Put you some grease in a frying pan and get it nice and hot. Dip you a ladle full of that cornmeal and water batter, or cornmeal and milk, whichever one you want, out into the pan, and then it'll start to sizzle and fry right on the edges, and then you turn it over like you would a pancake when it's done on one side. Let it cook on the other side. Now you got flat cornbread, and it's really good with ham and beans. Woo-wee, it's good with ham and beans. That cast iron skillet, yes, sir. I heard that, Mr. Asa. But guys, like I say, the only reason I come on here was to let y'all know we need prayer for Gail, and no, ain't no head knocking on this one. Just craziness around the house, man. We can't get one step ahead that the devil don't knock us back 5 or 10 steps. I got to get the stuff for her. I got to go in there. I got 10, 15. So I got 7 days left on the inhaler before I got to buy that again, but I'll get paid before then, so that'll be all right, maybe. And it's literally always something. And I mean to tell you, y'all don't think, and this is one of the reasons why I'm here. Y'all don't think you the only one the devil gets after. He gets after each and every one of us. That cotton picking rat don't ever take a day off. Not a day, not a minute, not a second. He's on us like a pack of mad dogs on a meat bone. I mean, after us all the time. You know, I wish weathermen could be half as good at their job as the devil is. People say, Brother Cecil, you are not to give the devil credit. Why not? His job is to make our life a misery, and he's good at his job. Is he not? My Bible tells me to speak the truth, and the truth will make me free. I ain't gonna lie about the devil. He's good at his job. And if weathermen were half as good as he was, we might actually know what it's gonna be tomorrow. And by the way, them biscuits, they weren't rolled out on no counter. No. They was pinched and formed in my hand using the thumb method like my granny used to use. Just there's a biscuit. That old thumb just to getting it. There's a biscuit. Yes, sir. Well, thank you, Chicken Dinner. Appreciate that. I don't roll out no biscuit. Unless I'm making the ones what we cut the butter into the dough with. And then after you get your dough mixed, you fold the dough, and then you fold it again, and then you fold it again, and then you fold it again, and then you cut one time down through it. And when you make your biscuit, it rises up like that, and you can just pull the layers apart that way in the biscuit. Those are layered buttermilk biscuits. And yeah, we know how to do that too around here. But that's the only time I roll a biscuit. That's the only time I roll a biscuit. The other time I just make them by hand, just like my granny taught me. And if you don't want to use lard, you can use mayonnaise in the place of the lard, or you can use vegetable shortening. It don't make no difference mine. But I like to use lard, but I've run out of lard now, so I reckon I'm fixing to go back to making mayonnaise biscuits because I ain't got no more lard. But that's all right. Brother Bud will be back down here one of these days, and he'll bring me some more. That big tub, I emptied it.
Oh, today?
Yes.
Well, you made a lot of biscuits. So.
Yeah, the big tub of lard, I dumped that. I emptied it.
Oh.
It's just maybe enough in there to season the grill out there one more time. Not the grill, but the flat top one more time.
Maybe you just couldn't find it.
But the mayonnaise, if you use some Duke's mayonnaise or I hate to say it because I only use Duke's mayonnaise. I don't use nothing else. It's a southern thing. But you can use Hellman's mayonnaise and it makes a decent biscuit. But that'd be all I'd make with a Hellman's mayonnaise. It'd be biscuits. When I'm making a sandwich, it's got to be my Duke's mayonnaise or I ain't having it. But anyways, guys, if y'all don't mind, be praying for Gail. Keep her in your prayers and lift her up. And let's see if we can't run this devil off of her. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, and I'm still living. I see y'all tomorrow morning, bright and early, with a real good message. But I love you guys, praying for you. Love you, not nearly as much as God, but I love you. And y'all have a good day today now, huh? Bye.